Good morning, welcome back to a new video of James Speed Shop. Today we have this very nice Porsche Cayenne Turbo. It's the second generation and it's for sale at Siers Automobile. See it over there. I will put a link below the video for where this car is for sale. So second generation, on paper it can also be the third generation because this is the 958 and you had the 957 and the 955. Why there's no 956 I don't know, but so this model code is 958. So what we're going to do today is take a look around the car, show you all the details, do a test drive, and hope you're going to like this one. Second generation, I call it the second generation because the second body model, and it's built from 2010 till 2017. So 7 years on the market. First generation was 2002 till 2010, and there was an engine upgrade from the facelift model of the first generation. That is why it's called a little bit different. So this particular car is from 2012, I thought, but I will look it up for you later. So the turbo model, very nice model, very fully loaded, nice color combination. So let's have a look inside. So has a brown interior, nice brown interior. Everything is electrical, like the windows, mirrors, everything is electrical. Nice aluminium touch on all the bits, like the knobs and that sort of stuff. It's just very nice. So it's a leather interior with ventilated seats. It's also heated, so that's pretty nice. They were pretty full. This car is standard also with climate control, 4-zone climate control. So the turbo models also had air suspension, that is PASM, and you also have different shock absorber settings for comfort, normal and sport. 3 settings and a sport setting that goes straight to those settings. So this particular car has an 8-speed automatic transmission. That was different because in the first generation you had a 6-speed automatic transmission. Nice space in the back. Both sound system. This car is very clean. Nice compartments. Still like some kind of ashtray. Nice leather seats. Also the rear bench is adjustable. With this handle you can also adjust the angle of the rear seat, and in the front is also one you can shift it forward and backwards to get more space in the trunk. Also in the back, heated seats. Also armrest in here. So very clean. Also there's also a sunroof in here completely, so it can I will show you that in a minute when we're going to drive. So also the sides, nice suede sides. Just a very clean car. Trunk was also bigger than the first generation, 645 liters. like this, and in the first generation it was 540, so it's much bigger. Also, when you fold down the rear seats, the rear bench, it is going up to 1780 liters, so that's pretty massive space. So we don't have a spare wheel in here. There's just a subwoofer from Bose in here. So it's a pretty nice car. Also electrical closing of the trunk. You also can do that with the key, of course. Dual exhaust pipes. Also, what's nice to mention is this car is on very nice wheels. Hamann forced wheels is 22 inches wheels. So this particular car is on 295 30 22 in the front and in the rear. Brick, very big calipers, 390 millimeters in the front, 358 in the back. So it also is nice to mention about this particular car is that it's 290 kilos lighter than the first generation. So the first generation turbo weighs 2355 kilos, and this generation only weighs 2065 kilos. So that's a very good weight reduction. The weight reduction is coming from that it is used a lot of aluminium and magnesium body parts. So that saves weight, 290 kilos. So engine wise, 4.8 liter V8 or 8400 or 4806 cc's V8. Dual overhead camshafts. You can see a dual overhead camshafts, and it's a twin turbo, of course. This particular engine produces 500 horsepower at 6000 RPMs and 700 Newton meters from 2250 to 4500 RPM. So the power delivery is the same as the engine in the facelift model before this one, so in the 957, but this engine has direct fuel injection, and that is the same system. This is also the same engine also used in the Panamera turbo. So the first generation has multi-point injection, so that saved a lot of fuel. So there is a weight reduction, direct fuel injection, and an 8-speed automatic that will save you a lot of fuel. So it's a very attractive car to drive, and not like the first generation that is using a lot of fuel. So I think we should do a test drive in this beauty. So let's do a test drive in this Porsche Cayenne Turbo. Going key on the left side, of course. Sounds very good. So, first make a little bit more light. The panoramic sunroof, it's an option. It is a fully glazed roof. You can tilt also from the half and also open it completely, or the half can be opened completely from up here. So very nice. So let's have a drive. So just I got the suspension in the normal setting, so you can also put it in comfort for long driving distance. That's a possibility, of course. So yeah, I think the seating position in the Cayenne is also always pretty good. I think it feels a little bit better, it's personal opinion, than an Q7 or a Touareg that has like the same base. I think this is just, yeah, I don't know, it looks more, it's just a lot more sportive, of course, and I really like that. So yeah. So second generation, it's the third generation engines. They split it in two. That's the best way to explain it, I think, because this is the 958, and you also had the 957 and the 955. There was a third generation that came on the market in 2002, the 955. Then there was a facelift model that was called the 957. And then there was also a version that was called the 958. That's this one that came on the market in 2010. So this engine that's in this car was also already delivered in the 957, but it had no direct injection. So this particular engine is a direct injection engine that saved a lot of fuel, and that is, I think, why I think personally this particular model is just a much better car for the market, because the first generation weighed 2355 kilos. This is 290 kilos less, 2065 kilos, because they used a lot of aluminium and magnesium parts. And it's also lighter than the Touareg and the Q7, the top range models, the heaviest models. So I think that's very good. And if you look to the transmission change from 6-speed to 8-speed, that makes also the fuel economy much better. And I think a lot of people think if you can buy a car like this that had a new price that's easy over 150,000 euros in Holland, then why you should care about fuel economy? Because I think it's still important, because you don't want to go to get fuel every day, I think. So I think it's still annoying, always going for fuel. So 8-speed automatic transmission. It's a sequential transmission. You also have a sport setting for it, and it shifts later. It's now just in a normal setting. Suspension wise, it has air suspension, same as the previous model. The air suspension has 6 different ride heights. I'm now just in the normal mode. There's also the lowering mode that you can get easier stuff in the car. And it's also a high mode for off-roading and that sort of stuff. There's also 3 suspension settings for the dampers. That's the comfort, normal and sport. When I put it in the sport, it will of course a harder setting, and comfort is just it's not easier to drive than you already have now. It's more comfortable, so it's pretty easy way to tell what it is. So this particular car was pretty full. They were always with leather interior, always with air conditioning. This particular model has a 4-zone climate control. What I think is strange that the diesel models doesn't have 4-zone climate control. I think that's pretty weird. I don't know why. Why should you not put in all the models the same air conditioning system in it? So air suspension was not standard. It was optional. In the turbo model it was standard, but not in all the models. So So engine wise, this particular car delivers 500 horsepower at 6000 RPMs and 700 Newton meters at 2250 to 4500 RPMs. That's 50 horsepower more and 80 Newton meters more as the previous model. The S model has 550 horsepower and 750 Newton meters. So that's pretty high numbers, I think. And and it's lighter. So the normal model does it in 5.7 seconds. I think it's a second faster than the previous generation, and the S model does it in 4.5 seconds. So very nice acceleration. So let's try manual. You have on the Cayenne, on the steering wheel, both pedals can go up and down shifting, so it's not left down, right up. It's when you pull it towards you, it shifts back. When you push it, it shifts up. Pretty fast shifts and easy to control. I think it's a very nice steering wheel. The steering wheel also has a heated steering wheel, so that's also nice for in the winter. I think that's, if you have a heated steering wheel, that's top of luxury. I think you don't see it in a lot of cars. Pretty nice. So let's try the sport setting versus suspension in sport. Also transmission in sport. Feels really nice. It more feels like a sport car than an SUV. I think I think a lot of people think that, of course. It drives just very good. You don't have a feeling that you're in a big SUV. It just drives very good. So I think we should do an acceleration test and see how good this car performs from 0 to 100. So let's have a look. So acceleration test in this Porsche Cayenne Turbo. So I can, if I put Have a look. I've got now normal mode. You see far brake and normal. I think you can just see it. If I put it in sport mode, then you can see here sport. And also the transmission is going to sport mode and it will lower the car. Okay, so we're going to do an acceleration test. It's in sport mode. I got suspension in sport mode is lowering one setting. The setting below that one is for putting stuff in your car and that sort of stuff. So just do it in automatic mode. So should be possible in 4.7 seconds. Just in auto mode. Let's have a look. Sounds very nice. Excellent, so very good. Very good braking. So let's have a little autobahn drive. Accelerates very nice, also high speeds. The car is still pretty stable, so what a nice car. So I hope you like this video about this Porsche Cayenne Turbo 2nd generation. So I think it's a very nice car, drives very good. I think, and also with the running costs, it is pretty good. So overall the Cayennes are very reliable, so there's not much to it. So you also have to keep in mind, if you go to the garage, to an original Porsche dealer or anything else, the costs can be a little bit higher than normal car dealers, so that's a thing to keep in mind. So yeah, very nice car. I tried everything works on this particular model. I think interior wise also very nice color combination, not just black. This is nice dark brown. I really like the combination in this particular car. So if you want to see more about this particular car and want to know where this car is advertised, there's a link below the video. This car is for sale at Siers Automobile. Have a look on his sales site. I will put also a link on my website, jamespetshop.com. That's over here. And he has more nice cars for sale, so have a look on his site. And if you want more information about this particular car, just ask me. So if you want some advice or that sort of stuff. So I hope you like this particular video. There's more to come, so subscribe for more and see you for the next one. Bye bye.